Sidebar. I understand that you would like to generate a title for the conversation. However, it seems there is no specific topic or content. Default GPT 3.5. Renewable source of energy. Create 60 question and answer each. ChatGPT. Certainly. Here are 60 questions and answers about renewable sources of energy. Q. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished over time, such as sunlight, wind, and water. Q. What is solar energy? Solar energy is energy from the sun that is captured and converted into electricity or heat using solar panels. Q. How do wind turbines generate electricity? Wind turbines generate electricity by harnessing the kinetic energy of moving air, converting it into electrical energy. Q. What is hydropower? Hydropower, or hydroelectric power, is generated by the flow of water, often in dams or rivers, to turn turbines and produce electricity. Q. What is geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is heat from the Earth's core that can be harnessed to produce electricity or provide heating and cooling. Q. What are biomass and bioenergy? Biomass refers to organic materials like wood, crop residues, and animal waste that can be used as a source of energy. Bioenergy is the energy derived from these biomass sources. Q. What is the difference between renewable and non-renewable energy sources? Renewable energy sources can be replenished naturally, while non-renewable sources, like fossil fuels, are finite and deplete over time. Q. How does a photovoltaic PV solar panel work? A PV solar panel converts sunlight into electricity through the photovoltaic effect, where photons of light excite electrons in the solar cells to produce an electric current. Q. What is the capacity factor of a renewable energy source? The capacity factor measures the actual output of an energy source compared to its maximum potential output. It reflects how consistently a renewable source can generate power. Q. What is the largest source of renewable energy in the world? Hydropower is the largest source of renewable energy globally. Q. What are the advantages of using wind energy? Advantages of wind energy include zero emissions, renewable nature, and the potential for high energy yields. Q. How can tidal energy be harnessed? Tidal energy is harnessed by capturing the energy of rising and falling tides through underwater turbines. Q. What are the drawbacks of using biomass for energy? Drawbacks include the release of carbon dioxide during combustion and competition with food production for land resources. Q. What is the role of energy storage in renewable energy systems? Energy storage systems like batteries are crucial in storing excess energy from renewables for use during periods of low generation. Q. What is net metering in solar energy? Net metering allows solar panel owners to sell excess electricity back to the grid and receive credits on their utility bills. Q. What are the environmental benefits of using renewable energy? Environmental benefits include reduced greenhouse gas emissions, improved air quality, and reduced reliance on fossil fuels. Q. How do concentrated solar power (CSP) systems work? CSP systems use mirrors or lenses to concentrate sunlight onto a small area, producing high-temperature heat that can generate electricity. Q. What is the main challenge of relying on solar power? Solar power generation is intermittent, depending on weather conditions and time of day. Q. How can offshore wind farms benefit energy production? Offshore wind farms often have stronger and more consistent winds, which can lead to higher electricity generation. Q. What is the life cycle greenhouse gas emissions of wind turbines? Wind turbines have relatively low life cycle greenhouse gas emissions compared to fossil fuel power plants. Q. What is the potential for wave energy as a renewable source? Wave energy has significant potential but is still in the experimental stage in many places due to technical challenges. Q. How is geothermal energy used for district heating? Geothermal energy can provide district heating by circulating hot water or steam through a network of pipes to heat buildings. Q. What is the difference between on-grid and off-grid renewable systems? On-grid systems are connected to the utility grid, while off-grid systems operate independently, typically using batteries for storage. Q. How do you calculate the payback period for a solar panel installation? The payback period is calculated by dividing the initial installation cost by the annual energy savings or earnings from the solar panel system. Q. What is the potential of ocean thermal energy conversion, OTEC? OTEC can generate electricity by utilizing the temperature difference between warm surface water and cold deep water in the ocean. Q. What is the duck curve in relation to solar energy? The duck curve illustrates the daily electricity demand curve, showing a significant drop in demand during sunny days when solar generation is high. Q. How can renewable energy technologies contribute to rural electrification? Renewables can provide decentralized power sources, making it easier to bring electricity to remote or rural areas. Q. What are the environmental concerns associated with large-scale hydropower projects? Concerns include habitat disruption, altered river ecosystems, and potential methane emissions from submerged vegetation. Q. What is the efficiency of modern solar panels? Efficiency varies, but modern solar panels can convert 15% to 22%